Hey guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to show you guys how I did this marble Gelx set. Right now I'm going in with a fine sanding band and I'm removing the shine off of the natural nail plate so we won't get any lifting when applying our tips. And when doing this, you want to make sure your speed is as low as possible and you're not applying too much pressure. So I want to say my speed is between a 3 and 5 always. It never changes. And when doing this, you want to make sure you're using a fine sanding band, nothing higher than that. So now I'm going to dust off the excess dust and I'm going to apply my tips sidewall to sidewall. You want to make sure they fit correctly. If you can't find a tip that fits, then you want to go with the next size up and then just shape as you go towards the end. So now with this step, I know a lot of people don't buff out the tip before applying it onto the nail bed, but for me, I feel like my sets last a lot longer when doing this. I did a set on myself without buffing it and it did not last at all. So I just started buffing the back of the tips, which I recommend, and then I'm going to dust off the excess dust. And I actually buffed out the back of the tips with a fine sanding band, and then I'm going to apply my dehydrator and primer. So now I'm going to go in and apply my extend gel. You want to apply a generous amount. You don't want to be too stingy with it or go too crazy. If I feel like it's not enough, I'll just add a little bit more at the cuticle area. And then when I apply it onto the nail, I'll stop where the glue meets the free edge of my client's natural nail plate, if that makes sense. I'll show you guys, I think with the middle finger or the ring finger, I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So when you apply the tip, you want to apply it just where the nail and the cuticle meet. You don't want to push it in there because it's going to bother your client. But when I was telling you guys about the extend gel meeting the free edge, you'll see a little how I lifted it up just so it wouldn't like seep underneath the nail, if that makes sense. So if you feel like too much is on there, just lift the tip a little bit and cure it. Alright, so now going in with the nail clipper that has magnets connected to them, which you guys can find in my Amazon storefront. That's in my description box. I'm going to clip each nail to my client's desired length. This is just to make each nail even. So now I'm going to go in with my 100 grit hand files, reshape the nail into a tapered square. Now I'm going to go in and seal around the cuticle area. This clip came out blurry, so I apologize in advance. But when doing this, before sealing around the cuticle area with this nail bit, I like to push their cuticles upward just in case I got gel or on the skin. I don't want to cut them when going in with the bit. So I'll push their cuticles up before doing this process. And then I'm going to buff out the nail so I can have a smooth application when going in with my gel polish. So now I'm going to go in with my base color. I only used one coat when doing this because I wanted that transparent look. So if you're going to end up doing one color, you want to make sure you have that full coverage and the nail isn't patchy before curing it under the lamp for 60 seconds. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my blooming gel so I can get that marble effect. So when doing this, you're not going to cure it under the lamp for 60 seconds. You're actually going to put on your marble design on top of that blooming gel. So I lined each color. I think I used 4 or 3 colors. You guys can see on this palette, I went from darkest to light. And then I'm going to take my brush and swipe it in between those colors, as you guys can see here. And I'm just going to play with it, mess around with it, and make sure it's not as uniform. And the marble is going to spread with that blooming gel underneath it. Now I'm going to go in with my Velvet Matte Top Coat from Kiara Sky. This isn't as matte as the regular top coat, which I like. And I'm going to apply a thin layer of that coat onto the nail. And then towards the end, I'm going to wipe off the side so we can still keep our shape before curing it under the lamp for 60 seconds. That's done, I'm going to go in with my cuticle oil, and that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells on to get notified whenever I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next one.